Hey everyone, this is Renee on the Go Within channel, and I'm just going to talk a little bit today about what it's like to shoot videos and put them out on YouTube, because I did not go to school learning how to shoot videos and work with film and edit and work with software. I've learned all of this as I go, and I've had a lot of questions along the way. So before I jump into that, welcome to the duck pond again. It's nice to not be shooting in my car. So yeah, it's nice to be out here. It's a nice environment, and the ducks might chime in a little bit, which will be fun. Okay, so one of the questions I get all the time is it difficult to come up with content for your videos? And the answer is no, it is not. I often make a list because I get the ideas a lot at a time, and I'll just get this download, and I'll stop and jot down some notes of what I want to say. What is difficult is to be able to sometimes call that up at the time that I'm shooting. And that's why you're seeing more videos in the car lately, because the inspiration strikes. I have a moment, and even though the video quality may not be great, I feel like the inspiration is there. I gotta run with it. Sometimes you have to chase your creativity before it eludes you and another mood or another feeling takes over. So the other thing that is difficult is to be able to interface with the camera completely alone, like I'm talking to a best friend. I shoot all these videos alone. I pack up my camera and tripod, microphone, and head out to a place like this or someplace nice, and do several test shots and then let the camera roll and see how it turns out. As I've said in other videos, I don't go off of a script. I think that's pretty obvious. And I just let it happen. I just kind of let it come to me, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, but I also hate going off of a script. I've tried that. It just doesn't work, and it doesn't necessarily make my video better, I found. Sometimes it actually hurts it. But it would be much easier to be sitting down with someone having a dialogue, and then, instead of just, hey, it's me and the camera, in front of all of you. But that's just the way it is right now. One thing that that's been interesting to learn is just about basic camera shooting and lighting. Like I said, I didn't study this stuff, and had I known that this was out there, all this, about film and editing when I was 20, I probably would have gone into that. And well, I'm 39 at the time I'm shooting this video. And so instead, I'm just kind of doing this as an amateur and as a small-time YouTuber. First, let me just talk about lighting, because I am looking into the sun. It's right about there. And when I do these shots or these videos, say like during the earlier in the day, it's like about 4:30 right now in the afternoon. But if I do it in the middle of the day, the sun is so bright in my eyes that sometimes it's really hard to focus on the camera. And of course, if I was to turn and have the camera maybe over here, you would see half of my face lit and half in shadow, which isn't going to look good. So there's some gentle cloud cover right now, but the sun is starting to peak up again, which is nice for lighting, but can be difficult, but that's part of how it goes. The other thing I find that's tricky when shooting outside is that there's always factors I can't control. I can't control the lighting, I can't control the weather, I can't control the environment. So if some people walk by when I'm shooting, which has happened, or people on bikes, people jogging, people walking their dogs, kids, loud kids, airplanes, helicopters, there's always something. So it's sort of like, I think if you ever decide to do some home improvement project and you think, oh, it'll be simple, I just gotta do this and this should take me a couple hours, and then in reality it ends up taking you the whole day because there's always things that come up that you cannot plan for. And it's the same way with shooting videos. I think it'll be simple, there's no wind today, good clouds, good lighting will be good. Well, oftentimes, most of the time, there is something that comes up to sort of delay the process. So when I go to shoot videos, I try to block off a couple hours of uninterrupted time. I got to put my phone on airplane mode, because even if I put it on silent, the vibrate will get picked up by the microphone and be audible in the video, and that's, I'd rather not have that. So other than that, it's been great. It's been really cool learning how to do this. And I've studied a lot about YouTube. I've studied a lot about, just through trial and error of what's working, what's not. And I envy those YouTubers that have like a group of people and tons of fancy equipment so that their videos are like really, really polished. So that's, you know, someday perhaps for me, but right now this is what I'm working with. And as I have always said, and I think I've said this in some older videos, the question I always ask myself is, what can I do right now with the skills and the equipment and the abilities I have right now? Excuse me, there's something in my eye. And you know, I think that's how you got to start. I've heard people say that, oh, I want to be a writer, and then someone will say, well, are you writing every day? Are you practicing that every day, even though you haven't made it big yet or haven't been published yet? It's the same thing for me. I'm doing what I can with what I have. Whoa! Ducks are good in the background. That's awesome. And so anyway, just, you know, you gotta start somewhere. And you know, I think this is gonna be about video 151 or so, and it's been an incredible journey. So that's just a little bit about how to make a YouTube video, or my process anyway, my journey, and I hope it'll just grow and grow. I have much to learn, and you know, much to explore with film and editing. And right now I'm not doing a whole lot on the editing and post-production. I'm really focusing more on content right now. That is a conscious decision I'm making. Of course, I could jazz it up and get some fancy software and animate words and do a lot of cutaways and things like that. Just haven't been into it lately. So that's it. All right, that's all for today for today's video. Thank you so much. And as always, if you have a question, leave it for me in the comment section below. I do love hearing from you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.